Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. This channel is about personal development for very busy people. There is a huge misconception that I want to address on today's video. When you accept something, you will be stuck with it for the rest of your life. Meaning that if there's a situation going on or something related to your body, you would say that if I make peace with my weight, with my looks, with my freckles, with the color of my hair, whatever it is about my body that I currently dislike, if I make peace with it, it will mean that I accept it. Therefore, I will be stuck with it until the end of time. Wow, I don't know where this is coming from, and it seems like so many people are stuck in this thought spiral, in this misconception. This could not be further from the truth. There's another saying, what you resist persists. Now that is true. The more I try to resist the idea of how I look, my hair color, maybe the little imperfections in my skin or on my face, maybe how my toenails look like, the more I try to resist it and change it or try to avoid thinking about it, almost ignoring it, the more it's going to bother me, the more it persists. And I don't know if you've been in one of those situations where you really don't want the change to come. You're really resisting change because you perceive it as something bad. And then it happens and life reveals to you that this is the best thing that could ever happen to you. Did that ever happen in your life? It happened in mine. When we just think that the change that's coming will be so dreadful and we try everything in our power to stop it because of the fear we feel inside. And when it occurs, we're just like, wow, this is the best thing that could ever happen to me. In my life, this was a breakup at one point when I just thought that if this ends, it would be the end of the world. And it ended, and turns out it was the best thing that could have happened to me. And it's so funny because when you're in it, you just don't want the change. We just don't like change. Nobody likes it. However, it's the most consistent thing that happens in life. The seasons change. The weather changes. We as humans, we grow, we evolve, we change. And everything in our life is just moving. Nothing is really standing still. And that's just the nature of it. And it's so funny that we're just built this way, that we are resisting change in this very powerful way. However, what you resist persists. So everything starts with acceptance. If you want to have a good relationship with yourself, it starts with acceptance. If you want to have a good relationship with someone else, accept them just the way they are. Sounds very cheesy, very cliche, but it's so true. There's no love for another human being if you don't accept who they really are. It's not possible to love someone when you're trying to change them to become someone they are not. And it's not sustainable long-term either. You will never be able to love yourself truly deeply unless you do the work to be able to make peace and accept who you really are, flaws and all, with everything. And self-acceptance is really point zero, or acceptance in any change you want in life. If you want to make anything better, whether that's a relationship, your job, just accept where you are. Just be honest with yourself. I know it's hard. I think we lie to ourselves so much when we lack awareness, when we've not done any personal development, that it becomes such a powerful habit. It's seriously hard to break out of this. And I sometimes watch people lying to themselves about really easy things like, oh, I haven't eaten anything today. I saw you graze throughout the day. What are you even talking about? really easy things, but because we don't like that aspect, we don't want to accept the fact, we just lie about it, mainly to ourselves. Get radically honest with yourself. It will help you through so much in life. It hurts a little bit at the beginning, but then as you practice, it just becomes easier and easier. And when you can be honest with yourself, then you can really get to a point where you see yourself for who you truly are. And when you accept it, then some magic happens. Suddenly, everything starts to fall into place just as you wanted it, because there's no resistance in you anymore. You are peaceful inside. You made peace with the fact that this is what it is right now. And from there, you make space for something new to come in. When you are full of fear or resentment, there's no energetic space for the positivity that you crave. When you accept what is, it just melts away that resistance. It just melts away all of that fear of what if it's going to be like this for the rest of my life. You just accept radical acceptance, and it just melts away a lot of energetic blocks, and suddenly you are available for something good to come into your life. And this is what we don't realize. We hold on to the idea that I will do something to fit into this old pair of trousers. I'm holding on to it energetically instead of accepting that I don't fit into it and taking it out to the charity shop or to the recycling and accepting my actual current style, size, need for comfort, and just getting something that really fits me. Often we try to fit our life in really old boxes, really old ways, with people we've been around forever, when really we don't fit in that box anymore. Maybe we don't. And when you realize that you're, one, not supposed to fit in any box, two, you don't fit in the old boxes because you outlived them a bit, then you just find really nice and new ways to be yourself. But in any personal development journey, I think really hard part is acceptance. Get to peace with where you are. And whatever you don't want to be, it will start to just melt away from your life, as if magic is happening around you. This happened to me so many times, and I've watched so many of my clients doing this. If you stop resisting, you just accept. And one of my favorite sentences for acceptance is, "This shall pass too." It's from Eckhart Tolle, one of his books. This shall pass too. I don't like what's happening, but I'm not going to ignore it. I'm acknowledging that this is happening. I'm accepting it, but I know that change is constant, and this shall pass too. I will leave you with that. I hope this helps. And if you decide to embark on the journey of self-acceptance, I can only recommend you my self-acceptance bundle, which consists of an ebook where you can read the concept, and it just walks you through the journey in a very gentle way. It's accompanied by a workbook where you can do the exercises that I'm suggesting in the ebook. And there's more. There is an accompanying meditation that you can listen to from day one. It's called the self-acceptance meditation, that is going to help you to anchor into the feeling and to practice, because as I said, this is not necessarily easy. And there's a self-acceptance activation, which can be used in two ways. One, it can really activate you, motivate you into getting into motion when you released some of your negative emotions, some of your built up stress around certain things in your life. Maybe some old traumas will come to the surface. Once you release that, you can use the activation to get you into action mode. If you go in a very low mood, an activation can really pick you up from that. A meditation, not necessarily, but an activation is just built in a way that it can pick you up from where you are and get you into a better pace when you're in a spiral, or when you're getting into those feelings of depression, it can sometimes pick you up and just knock you out of it so that your awareness kicks back in and you see where you are, you understand what's happening, and you can help yourself out of it. I have an EFT session inside, recorded piece by piece, where any negative emotion comes out throughout your work in the ebook and the workbook. You can just take that, let's say something from your childhood comes up and you have the feeling of abandonment, right? Then you can pick up the EFT sessions and you can work with that feeling of abandonment until you release it fully from your body and you put in some positivity instead of that feeling. And when you flush it out energetically, then there's space for something else to come in. When we do self-acceptance work, especially if you've not done a lot of personal development before, a lot of emotion can come out, but don't worry about that. With EFT, you can clear all of it and get back to a place of balance, to a place of contentment, to a place of inner peace. And that is why it's one of my favorite techniques to use. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you as always, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.